Howdy ho, campers. It's Counselor Nick here from the Speaker Ops cabin. And before we get rolling with our arts and crafts project today, a quick reminder for our pen test campers. Camp Stay at Home is on a septic system, so please make sure you're only deploying authorized payloads in the toilets. Nobody needs a denial of service. What we're going to be making today are macaroni network diagrams because we all need better network documentation. So what you're going to need is some glue, some pasta shapes, some paper. I'm using dark paper because the AV counselors were telling me something about exposure and white balance. And lastly, you're going to need a pair of tweezers for fine placement. So now that we've got all of our equipment in place, we're going to start off with the first thing that every single network diagram needs, which is a big old picture of the cloud. So I'm going to rub some glue up in the corner here. I'm going to take a little handful of rice. You can just sort of press that on, move these off for a second, and we're going to give this page a shake just to get all that excess off. Beautiful, best cloud you've ever seen, right? Terrific. Okay, now, so for lines into our network, I pre-broke some of the spaghetti right here, which is going to just be great for general, traces and communications lines and things like that. Okay, put a little line right there. Excellent. So at the perimeter of our network, we're going to want some maybe kind of protection. So what I've got here is a little piece of bow tie pasta. That looks an awful lot like a firewall to me. So we're just going to slam this right here. Excellent. Now heading on into our network, we're going to want some kind of central router. So after another line, I figure maybe a couple pieces of macaroni make a nice looking router. Beautiful. Now maybe just on the initial interior of our network here, maybe we've got a nice looking DMZ with some sort of external, maybe an external web application. So there's our outside server sitting in our DMZ. Now, let's build a couple of network segments, right? Because nobody wants a flat network. I hear the campers over at Crystal Lake, they had a flat network. Now they're dealing with all kinds of hackers or slashers or something along those lines anyways. Grab some more macaroni. Maybe these are switches, maybe they're routers, I don't know. Excellent. Okay, so there's sort of our second layer. Now we'll have maybe a couple more routes going off these. And now we can finally add our end users. So maybe we got some end users over here. All right, so it's going to go. And we're just going to take these end users and stick them on the end of these little network segments. Excellent. So we have our basic network diagram. Maybe it's a little boring, right? Maybe we want to make it a little bit more dynamic. Maybe we're trying to illustrate something. So how about recently our organization realized it had some new compliance requirements, and we had to go ahead and contract out a penetration testing team, and they managed to find maybe a bug in our external web application. Maybe they sent some phishing emails to some of our users, and we're able to deploy maybe a little bit of malware over here. That's a little bit nicer, right? Now we have a little bit of a story. It's a little more dynamic. We're telling something. And then there's our piece of completed network documentation. If the network diagram isn't really your thing, maybe you're more into electronics, you could maybe try something like a schematic diagram, also done in pasta. Maybe you need a reference for your favorite boost converter or something along those lines. So anyways, that's our project for today. Have a great day, everybody.